Hey everyone, when Kiana originally asked me to do this video, as she has asked many of her friends and family, I sat down and I did this thing that I'm doing right now, and I just started crying. I started crying because I never sat down to process how I felt emotionally about this, and it hurt. It hurt on so many levels because, mind you, I've known Kiana for almost 20 years, pretty close to 20 years, and so she's my soul. She's one of my soul sisters, no doubt, and she has been a light in my life for this long. She has brought me more laughter than most people ever could, and really she's been my strength throughout it, because we all go through things, and it's always that person who just, continues to be resilient and just show kindness and happiness, and just they flourish in their life even with things going on behind the scenes. And so when I sat down to process, it's like, yeah, okay, after reading the chapters of her book, it made sense how she felt. I knew how she felt. She was a dancer all her life, so I knew that it devastated her that she couldn't engage in dancing the way that she was competitively. When she found out when she was diagnosed with lupus, that made sense. Everything made sense. But when I found out how she felt during our senior year of high school, I was torn, because as a best friend, you want to be there for them, and I felt like high school is such a blur, and you don't really plan for your best friend to have lupus, to have cancer, to have any of these just, deathly diseases, these crippling diseases. And I was in a clinical depression, and while it's not my fault, of course, I just felt guilty that I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware of what she was going through, and I do believe that we would have felt just slightly stronger being able to go through that together. But at the end of the day, things happen for a reason, and Kiana has been so resilient throughout this process, and so knowing someone with lupus is empowering. It's empowering because it's really about the person. It's not about lupus. Lupus can be as crippling as you want it to be. It's how that person navigates through it, and support or not, they're doing it. Kiana did it for 7 to 8 years, coming on to 8 years, and she overcame it. And so what does that say? It says that despite the darkness, despite all these boundaries or walls that she had to break down, and they were really thick walls, she did it, and she came out on the other side so much stronger. She came out with a wiser perspective, something that not everybody gets a chance to understand. So I know this is like supposed to be somewhat of a personal thing about what is it like to know someone with lupus, but it's about Kiana. It's about her resilience, and it's not about lupus, it's about her, and that's how I see it. So thank you, Kiana, for doing the work, for trusting yourself and your own life and the things that you want for you to carry you through this whole journey. You're the only one who could have done it, and you have been through a lot even in that process alone. So thank you, because I love you, and there's so many people out here who love you, and we need you, but nobody needs you more than you do, and you proved that. So I wish I were like you. I love you. Bye.